What are the reasons that someone isn't going to buy from you right now? Perhaps it's because they don't know you well enough yet. They've only just discovered you on social media or stumbled across your website a couple of times. Perhaps they think you're too expensive or you're not expensive enough. It could be that, well, have you actually worked with people like me before? Maybe it's something else. So what can you do then to manage those objections? You can create content that makes this easier for you. So what kind of content would you create to manage objections or the obstacles that someone might have from buying for you? Well, there's different kinds of content. So let's talk about a few of them. So the first thing is to understand the problem that your audience has right now and what information they need to make their lives a little bit better. So this is your really helpful content, the content that's valuable and useful to them. So that could be in the form of social media posts, or it could be content in your blog that you have, or maybe it's, on a video. That's the useful, helpful content. So what about, you're a bit too expensive, or you're a bit cheap, we're not really sure what's going on there. Testimonials are great for managing objections or questions like that. But it's all about how you ask the question to get the testimonial that answers that objection in the first place. Here's an example. So you've got a product or service that's worth, £1,500, and someone's maybe thinking that's a wee bit expensive. So when you've asked for a testimonial from someone who has used that product or service, then you can ask a question about, how did you feel about the cost of £1,500 for this product? And you probably get a testimonial back to say, well, we did think that £1,500 was a bit expensive, but once we actually started working with Bob, we realised pretty quickly that this was the best £1,500 we could ever spend, and these were the results that we got. Perhaps it's something else. But the minute that you actually start to understand the reasons why people might not want to buy from you, great. This gives you lots and lots of ideas for content that you can create, content that answers those questions, those objections that they might have. But then where do you put that content once you've created it? On your website. So you can have blogs that are answering all the questions that they have about the problems that they're having right now. You can have a page that's full of frequently asked questions that your audience might have. They want to know how much it costs, what options they've got. Then you create a pricing page. Maybe they want to hop on a call with you. Then you have a little contact me page where they can book a call and a chat with you and get what they need to know from the horse's mouth. And you can share all this information from your website on social media. You can then break that content down and turn it into a post. So, one of the questions I get is that people don't want to buy from me right now. These are the problems that I've got to get over. Then I create a video like this that helps people like you manage their audience's objections. So it's over to you now. What objections do you get from your audience that you could create content about that helps answer those burning questions that they have right now? If you've got any questions, then please feel free, pop them below and I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll speak to you soon.